Hello my dear friends, I hope you all are doing good and I hope that all of you are safe and sound wherever you are. So while browsing the internet and YouTube for trending topics on Canada immigration, I came across a very interesting program which is called as Yukon Community Pilot Program. I have watched many videos on Yukon Community Pilot, and almost all of these videos were telling all about the good side related to Yukon Community Pilot regarding its eligibility, its criterias and other things. But I feel that there is much more to add to that videos, and so with that view I am making this particular video. So I request all of you to watch this video till the very end so that you can come to know about the Yukon Community Pilot Program and whether it's feasible, whether it's realistic, what you can expect and other things. So just stick around and watch the video till the very end, and without further ado, let's just jump into the topic. So for those of my friends who don't know where Yukon is located in the northwest province of Canada and it borders with Alaska. So Yukon basically has a subarctic climate, which means long harsh winters and short warm summers. The average range of temperatures during winter is between -14 degrees Celsius to -23 degrees Celsius, and the summer average temperatures are between 21 degrees Celsius to 8 degrees Celsius. So this is the maximum and minimum average range of temperature during summer and winter. So as you can see, it is bit harsh, and summers lasts usually for 3 to 3.5 months only, and winters are long and severe. Second thing about Yukon is that Yukon is sparsely populated. The population density of Yukon is 0.1 person per square kilometer. For those of my friends who do not understand population density, it means that total number of people who live in 1 square kilometer area. The population density of Ontario is 14 persons per square kilometer. For British Columbia is 4.8 persons per square kilometer, and the average population density of Canada as a whole country is 4 person per square kilometer, but for Yukon it is 0.1 person per square kilometer. So basically in 10 square kilometers there is just one person who is residing. So you can compare and you can come to know how sparsely populated Yukon is. Now let's quickly glance at the Yukon Community Pilot Program and let's look at its feature and its overview. So the number one thing is there is no age restriction. So all of my friends who are in the age range of 32, 33, 34, 35 plus, say for example, are still eligible to apply because age is not considered here. Second, there is no need of proof of funds. As we all know that in express entry that you need to have certain amount like settlement funds available with you so that you can come to Canada and spend it. So there is no requirement for proof of fund also in Yukon Community Pilot. Third is you need not have good command over English. So for those of my friends who are struggling with IELTS and other English language tests or French language tests and who are not able to get the desired results, can still apply for the Yukon Community Pilot. And finally, the last thing is the only major requirement for this is you need to have a job from an employer in Yukon. This may be a bit tricky, but we'll come to this point in a while. And finally, you need to have a good work experience. So basically, even if you don't have good command over English, even if you are overaged, even if you don't have enough proof of funds, that all is fine, but you need to be having good experience in some or the other skills that may be eligible, that may make you eligible to find a job with an employer in Yukon. So this criteria is bit catchy, but you need to find a job through which you can complete 1560 hours, 1560 hours per year, so that you can do it through one full-time job, or you can do multiple part-time jobs, club the total working hours and make it 1560 in order to be eligible. So if you are eligible for the Yukon Community Pilot, you will be given open work permit for a period of 2 years, and there is no need of LMIA. So basically you can apply for open work permit, you can come to Canada in Yukon, you can work for 2 years, and your PR process also is underway simultaneously at the same point in time. The next important criteria to consider here is that you can find job only in 6 participating communities, which you can see on your screen right here. These communities are Carcross, Carmax, Dawson City, Haines Junction, Watson Lake and Whitehorse. So Whitehorse is the capital of Yukon. So these 6 communities only you have to find a job in Yukon. So guys, to be honest, in my opinion, this is a very good program for those people who are not able to get the desired CRS, and to be honest, CRS is in a very high range these days, 470, 475. So there are many people who, even though they are eligible, they have got everything, you know, good age, good education, they have cracked IELTS, but just because of one or other criteria, they may be lacking and they may not get the required CRS. So for such people, Yukon Community Pilot Program is a very good option. Now coming to the reality check. So guys, if you compare other areas of Canada, say maybe Ontario, British Columbia, Ontario, Vancouver, Alberta and other places, Yukon is not that developed. Okay. Secondly, Yukon is sparsely populated as compared to other areas of Canada. So sparsely populated means there will not be many businesses also in those areas. And finally, it has got a harsher climate. So I mean, in general it's cold in Canada, but in Yukon it is one notch higher. The cold, everything would be at a different level altogether. And one good thing about Yukon is that the minimum wage of Yukon is $13.71. It is the highest in it is the 4th highest in Canada. So and the estimated population of Yukon is approximately 41,000 in the year 2019. Now, one of the main criteria of the Yukon Community Pilot Program is to find an employer in Yukon who will be willing to hire you and you will be eligible for the Yukon community. So guys, since Yukon is sparsely populated, there is not many employers out there. If I have to speak about IT and IT related industries, that is basically IT, technology and R&D, which all comes under IT. So there are only 39 employers in Yukon. Ontario has 10,921 employers. British Columbia has 3,907 employers. Alberta has 3,011 employers. And Quebec has 6,755 employers. So my friends, if you can see that these 4 major metropolitan cities of Canada has employers which ranges in thousands. As compared to that, Yukon has only 39 employers who primarily employ in IT. So my friends, you can see between thousands and it has come directly to 39. There is a drastic difference. So even if you land in Yukon, you still have to find job with these 39 employers only if you are in IT. So basically the chances that you will be getting a job will be very less. And trust me guys, you have to get this job when you are in your home country. So basically in your home, so basically the steps of the Yukon Community Pilot Program is such that you have to get a job. That is your very first step. First step is to find an employer in Yukon who will be willing to hire you. Get that job. Second is contact the Yukon government and show your expression of interest that this particular employer has hired you. You can show all the papers and other stuff. The government of Yukon will then send you a nomination. Based on that nomination, you have to apply for your PR. So basically what will happen is when you apply for your nomination, you have to apply for your open work permit also, and your PR process is taken care of simultaneously. So now one good thing about this is, if suppose between the spouse and the partner, if one of the person gets the nomination from government of Yukon, the spouse automatically gets an open work permit only and only if the NOC code is 0, A or B. For NOC codes that starts from C and D, the spouse does not get work permit. This is one of the other criterias. And once you get the open work permit for 2 years, you have to come to Yukon, start working with that employer, and then your PR process also gets done simultaneously. Guys, the name of this particular program is Yukon Community Pilot Program. So guys, it's a pilot. Getting my point? Pilot means that it is not a full-fledged, foolproof immigration program. It's just a pilot, which means that government is basically trying to experiment a new program into its immigration stream. So basically this immigration stream is federal territorial PR stream. So government is trying to experiment with this. They are trying to see how this particular stream, this immigration program performs. And if they are not happy with it, they might just remove it completely or get some changes to the features in order to make it work. So guys, it's not a full-fledged program as such. So don't think that it is a kind of express entry only for Yukon or something like that. It's just a pilot program and you may expect some changes in its feature. But for now, with the given set of circumstances and the given set of conditions, Yukon Community Pilot Program is definitely a must apply for those people who are finding it difficult to get the required CRS. But at the same time, it is equally important to understand that getting a job by an employer in Yukon is going to be tough, mainly because of lack of employers in Yukon, and secondly because Yukon is a developing province and not a fully developed province. So guys, I hope that I have made my point very clear that Yukon Community Program is good no matter what, but at the same time you also have to accept it with a pinch of salt that it has some harsh reality checks also. So please give equal consideration to all these points before you think of applying for Yukon Community Program. With this, I end this particular video. I hope you all like the contents of it, and if you all really do, please do like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and also don't hesitate to share this video with all your friends, family and relatives, and with everyone else who is planning on immigrating to Canada on a future date. So with this, I end this particular video. So goodbye, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.